Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Sheila Ainon Yussof from University of Malaya, and my topic is on seeking a solution to the crisis in North Africa, and I'm focusing on the case of Sudan. Now, as you all know, the Sudanese civil wars have been going on for how many years? I will give you an overview of the most recent breakout, or the war, the violent clashes, and that was in April 15th, 2023, when there were violent clashes between the Sudanese armed forces and the Rapid Support Forces, and this one happened in Khartoum, which sparked a nationwide conflict, and it has actually caused the world's largest humanitarian crisis. Now, because of that, we have mass displacement crisis, as I mentioned earlier on, and 12 million people were uprooted, which is actually a quarter of the Sudan's population. And 97% of the population of Sudan are Sunni Muslims, with a small Christian minority. So let's look at the summary of the devastation because of the wars, yeah? So what has happened is that there's mass displacement, acute food insecurity, starvation, risk of wider famine, health emergency, and education loss. And of course, children bear the brunt of the devastation crisis as violence and hunger threaten their lives. Now, this is my second part of my presentation. We look at the devastating effects of the war. So as of 8 September 2024, at least 20,000 people had been killed and 33,000 others were injured. As of 5th July 2024, over 7.5 million were internally displaced and more than 2.1 million others had fled the country as refugees. And many civilians in Darfur have been reported dead as part of the Masalid massacres. So Sudan's war risks lost generation of children, and it has the world's largest child displacement. So the Sudan civil war represents one of Africa's most protracted and complex conflicts. So we'll look at whether solutions proffered by peacemakers will be accepted by Sudan is another challenging goal, okay? So recommendations. I would say that there should be a holistic approach to address root causes. Secondly, Sudan needs a comprehensive and inclusive governance with equitable resource distribution. Thirdly, international community's persistent role is crucial here. And fourthly, sustained efforts by Muslim nations is needed. Okay, so is there really a commitment to push for lasting peace and stability in Sudan? So what is really needed here is Sudan's determination to forge a path toward lasting peace and stability in the region, which at this moment does not. Now let's look at pertinent questions. So where are the Muslim countries and organizations in the scenario of civil wars and mass displacement of humanity in Sudan? Are the efforts undertaken by the OIC and African Union sufficient and consistent to help end the civil wars in Sudan and alleviate the humanitarian crisis? Have there been any impactful negotiations by OIC and African Union to broker peace and overcome the humanitarian crisis in Sudan? So these are pertinent questions for us to ponder. Thank you.